Okay, let's take a look at the video and then see what you learn from the video. This about the Shurangama Sutra, a mantra.
和各位观众，说一说这个楞严咒。楞严咒啊，它是降伏天魔，制诸外道，一个最有功力的一个咒文。在这个咒文里头啊，这个楞严咒也是一个最长的。这一个楞严咒啊，在佛教里有个名词叫楞半年，就是天天念呢，天天念，都要念半年呢才能背得出。那么念楞严咒有什么好处呢？念楞严咒啊，是增加你的智慧，增加你的善根，增加你的福慧。增加你的这种力量。楞严咒，它既然是降伏天魔、制诸外道，也是一个破这个蛊毒啊一个最好的咒。因为恶男呢，当初遇到黄法外道、魔当妾女。用这个掀梵天咒啊，来把他的这本性都迷了。那么佛赐文殊菩萨用这个楞严咒去又把他救回来，救回来。所以这个楞严咒啊，你就一般世俗人所谓杠头啊，这能破这个杠头这个法门，在南洋一带都有落杠头啊。这是一般人都知道的。你要常念楞严咒啊，这个杠头那个法啊，就没有功效了，可是你要会用的，世间呢，有人念楞严咒，有一个人念楞严咒，这些个妖魔鬼怪呀，他不敢公然呢出现于世。要等一个人都没有人念楞严咒了，这个满世间呢，这个妖魔鬼怪都要出来了，都要兴风作浪啊，来危害世人了。所以嘛，每一个人呢要努力学习楞严咒。这楞严咒，你能念楞严咒啊，不管他的成就怎么样。你会背楞严咒，在七生之中啊，都是有大势力的。七生之中啊，都是没有贫穷困苦一切的灾难呢都没有。所以又有人说读楞严咒7世都可以做这个做这个。员外就是富翁。我们在佛教里当然呢，不要希望做富翁，因为富贵小道难。你遇到有富贵的在你的身边了，你就不容易修行了。所以说，贫穷不是难，富贵小道难。我们要是真想要为佛教做事情，而为自己修道，不要贪求富贵，不要争，不要贪，不要有所求，不要自私，不要自利，也不要打妄语。这么样子呢，在这个很平时的地方来用功夫，就是真正的佛法。真正的佛法呀，不是怎么样玄妙，就是怎么样实用。你一天没有烦恼，那就是佛法对你的好处。祝各位晚安。
Okay, you have seen the video. Anyone remember what's in the video? What? What? The black magic, voodoo. Uh-huh. Yeah, okay. Other than that, what else? Yeah, okay. Anybody else? Usually you have a lot of questions. Now I ask you, you have to give me answers. With them, huh? Okay. Well, anyway, yeah, you got some of the importance of reciting the mantra, especially the Shurangama mantra. Okay. Okay. In the video, our Shifu said a few phrases that I would like you to learn. First is 降伏妖魔，自诸外道。Okay, 降伏妖魔，自诸外道。Okay, that means to subdue the demons and conquers the heretics. And then also the next phase is 最有功力、最长的咒。Shurangama mantra is the longest mantra among all the other mantras. Even 大悲咒 is long, but compared to Shurangama mantra, it's much longer. Okay, how many phrases in the Shurangama mantra? Any of you know? Close. Not quite. Yeah, 400 something. Yeah, I think it's 442 or something like that. Yes. So that's why it's the longest one, the longest mantra. Do you all know how to recite the Shurangama mantra? No. Well, if you recite it every day, then you can follow with the speed in CTTB. Yeah, because they do it every day, right? So, and also they memorize it by heart. So if you recite it every day, you can follow their speed. To recite the mantra? No. No, it takes shorter than that. If you recite it regularly and memorize it by heart, usually it takes about the fastest time that I did is about 5 minutes. And average is about 15 minutes the most. That means that you even recite the preface, the first part of the sutra before the mantra. If you don't even recite the first part of the sutra before the mantra, that probably takes you about 10 minutes for regular speed. But if you recite it faster, probably about 5-7 minutes. No, that's the whole morning sessions, almost.
I think that the speed that we're listening to is for us to learn. That's why it's slow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there are some DVDs from CTTB in the slow speed for people to learn how to recite the mantra. Yeah. Okay, and also Shifu said, the Shurangama mantra is very hard to memorize. That's why in the old time, they said, 能半年. 能, this is not 能言咒的能. It's the same character, but it's, the tone is different. 能, that means, you kind of dumbfounded. That's the only word I can explain. That means, you kind of just startle, or takes you about more than half a year. So that's why it's called 能半年. That means if you really know how to really learn the Shurangama mantra and know how to memorize it, it will probably take average person half a year. But of course, some people can just memorize it a much shorter time. Okay. And also, if you know how to recite the Shurangama mantra, it will increase your wisdom and give you good roots and also blessings and great abilities. Well, these abilities is to do good deeds or to add on your wisdoms. Okay, this is the first part of the in the video. So let's learn the Chinese now and read the Chinese after me. 能言咒，降伏妖魔，治诸外道，最有功力，最长的咒，弄半年，天天念，也需要半年才能背，增加智慧，善根，福慧，力量。Okay, one more time. 能言咒，降伏妖魔，治诸外道，最有功力，最长的咒，弄半年，天天念，也需要半年才能背，增加智慧，善根，福慧，力量。Okay, any questions? 降伏妖魔。with 能 L, not 能 yeah. 能 is 能力的能, that's with the N sound. Okay, this is 能 L sound. Yeah. Uh-huh. 外道. Uh-huh. Well, actually, like some of the other, some people also consider is a religion, but actually they are teaching you like some, for instance, some black magics, or give you voodoo, teach you how to do the voodoo spells, those we consider white dogs. The reason in Chinese it says why, that means outside, okay? It's not proper, okay? That is also Wai Dao, that's considered Wai Dao. All whatever belief is not proper belief, we can consider as Wai Dao. Okay, any more questions before we go on the next one? Oh yeah. Xiang Fu is subdue, right? Yao Mo is demons. Any kind of Yao or Mo, all demons. Because in English, we consider all these are demons or evils. Okay, Yao Mo. 自诸外道, 外道 is heretics. That means they are not, their belief is not proper. Of course, this is general speaking, but for those people, they say, oh, this is proper belief for me. But this is considered just general speaking. Those are not proper beliefs, then we call it 外道. Okay? 具有功力, 功力 is effective. Okay? And then mantra, you all know, is 咒. Okay? 能半年, that's the best we can translate, is dumbfounded for half a year. Bei, okay, when we memorize it, we call it bei. That means you can recite without looking at the characters. Okay, that is called bei. Okay, bei also your back. It also means your back, right? Your bei. Okay, but as a verb, bei is a verb, is not your noun. If it's a noun, then it's your back. But if it's a verb, that means you memorize it and be able to recite it in memory. Okay, that is bei. 增加 is to increase, right? 智慧 is wisdom. 善根 is good roots. 福慧 is blessings. And 力量 is your ability. Okay? 天天, that means every day. Every day. 天. Yeah. 天, you come over here. 天天来. That's 天天, every day. Yeah. Okay? Any more questions? Then we go on the next slide. Okay, this next slide is very interesting. It's all about ananda. Okay, I add a little bit from the video. They may not tell you that much, but I just add a little bit since you are learning about this. Okay, so let me read the Chinese first. You can repeat after me. 能言咒，破蛊毒，最好的咒。摩登伽女，黄法外道。阿兰 ，his 多闻第一，文殊菩萨， also called 文殊师利菩萨。菩萨中智慧第一。娑毗迦罗，先房天咒，降头。Okay, one more time. 能言咒，破蛊毒最好的咒。摩登伽女，黄法外道。阿难，多闻第一。文殊菩萨，文殊师利菩萨，菩萨中智慧第一。娑毗迦罗，先梵天咒，降头。Okay, 蛊毒，蛊毒 is the black magic, or is some kind of voodoo spell or curse. Okay. Anybody know about 蛊毒? I don't know, have you ever heard about this special type of black magic in the Southeast Asia? They also call 降头, the last the last phrase, 降头, or in Cantonese, 降头. That's why you heard Shifu said 降头, okay? But actually, it's, in Mandarin, we call it 降头, okay? Although it's the same word, 降, right here, right? And then you will see another one later on. Anyway, 降 is, to put down or decrease, right? 降, okay? But when it add the word 降头, it's like a voodoo spells or black magic. Okay, in the Southeast Asia, they are very well known about giving person the voodoo spell, and they know how. Okay, and the characters in the first phrase, it says 蛊毒. 蛊毒, you see on top of the 名 is the bottom part, that means a container. And the top part is 3 worm, right? And, the Chinese character sometimes is very interesting, the way they put together. That means this voodoo spell always using some kind of worms to make it into some kind of curse or some kind of black magic. And so this is 蛊毒. So you probably don't even realize that other person add that curse into you, because they may be able to put it in your food or your drink, or even just touch you, that already, the curse is already on you. So this is very well known in the Southeast Asia country. 蛊毒, okay, this is what it is, 蛊毒. 摩登伽女, you probably heard of this, 摩登伽女. If you have learned about, or if you have listened to the Shurangama Sutra, then you will heard about 摩登伽女. She's the one that tried to induce ananda, okay, and tried to make him try to charm him into breaking his precepts. And that is 摩登伽女. And 摩登伽女 is from the 黄法外道. I guess they must have the yellow hair, so that's why it's called 黄法外道. It's yellow hair, 摩登伽女. Okay, ananda, 阿难 in Chinese translation is 阿难. You know, that's a phonetic translation from ananda. Ananda is a Sanskrit. And he's well known among all the Buddha's disciples. He is the most learned disciple of Buddha, and famed for hearing and remembering the Buddha's teachings. Okay, that's why in Chinese we said that he is 多闻第一. Okay, the first well-learned disciple of Buddha. And ananda is a Sanskrit. Translated, the Chinese meaning is joy, 欢喜. Okay. 文殊菩萨, you all know about 文殊菩萨, right? Manjushri Bodhisattva. Do you see the 文殊菩萨 here? Which one? No. Yes. The one with the lion. Right there with the sword. The sword. He's holding the sword and holding a lotus flower. Okay. And so that is Manjushri Bodhisattva, 文殊菩萨. And also, we will see it in other sutra. They may translate it into Chinese is 文殊师利. That is also a phonetic translation. 文殊师利 is Manjushri, right? Okay, and then 文殊菩萨, among all the Bodhisattva, he is 智慧第一. He's well known of his wisdom. Number one in wisdom. That is the reason Buddha sent him to go save Ananda. Right? Okay, 沙毗迦罗仙梵天咒. Okay, this mantra is from the Kepler religion, or the Brahma heaven, that we call it 仙梵天咒, 沙毗迦罗仙梵天咒. That is the mantra that the modern 伽女 Matangi tried to subdue Ananda. 降头 is just voodoo spells or black magic or curse. Okay, let's read the Chinese. 能言咒，破蛊毒最好的咒。摩登伽女，黄法外道。This 黄法 so with the H sound, not W sound. Okay, 黄法外道。阿难，多闻第一。文殊菩萨，文殊师利菩萨，菩萨中智慧第一。沙毗迦罗， 仙梵天咒，降头。Okay, how about you read it for me? Okay, let's start. 能言咒，摩登伽女，仙梵，降头。Very good. Not bad. Okay, any question? No, it's with the N. I mean with the L. Yeah. Neng. Neng. Yeah. Neng. Actually, well, if it's pronounced with the N, it's Neng, right? Yeah. But this is Neng. Well, yeah. Probably I'm a Chinese, so the L and N sometimes. Yeah. No, but it's L. Yeah. Neng Yan Zhou.
I was looking at the words in pinyin, and sometimes the L sounds like N.
Yeah. Sometimes, yes. Yeah.
The la, I was listening so carefully, and I just hear N all the time.
Yeah. But, that's because sometimes it's the reason we have to put it in L instead of the N. In the Chinese phonetic sound, sometimes, like for instance, neng, right? You will hear the N sound instead of L sound. But then when we try to do the pinyin, then if we use an N, it does not come out with the same character. So we use the L. I don't know whoever make this Chinese, the Hanyu pinyin, probably they are more correct in the sounds. Okay. But anyway, we are so used to say it like, for instance, 能言咒, okay? We say it almost like with an N instead of with an L. No, that's not true. That's not true. Yeah. No, there are quite a lot of character with the L sound. Like lie, okay? See, you don't say nai, right? You say lie. That's the L sound. But it's only like the 能言咒, sometimes, it's more, probably is more or less is the dialect, okay? It's, we are so used to say 能言咒. Yeah. Yeah. This is the soft L. Yeah. Okay. Any more questions?
Yellow hair is erratic. Could that be some Caucasian person?
Well, that I do not know.
Northern India, long time ago.
Yes.
And it's likely that Alexander.
Probably so, because originally they are the Brahmin, right? Mm-hmm. Yes. Uh-huh. Yeah. Because they are from the Brahma heaven, right? So it probably is some kind of Caucasian. Oh yeah, yeah. Even in America, yes. Hmm. That's how the what the October 31st, the what do you call that? The Halloween comes about, right? Those are from originated from the what the area is I think is about about northwest or some northeast or middle central area. You know, quite a few country they still do this. They still believe in black magics in America. Yeah, and so is Southeast Asia. They still believe in black magic. And I remember way back when Shifu had a tour to the Southeast Asia. I think it was in early 1990, 91 or 90, sometime like that. Anyway, Shifu warned everybody that follow him to that tour, to the trip, to remember to recite the Shurangama mantra. And then somehow, one day, I think it's Guo Tong, as one of the young Sami. I don't know, some of you probably heard about him, but I just met him again this year in Hong Kong and China. Yeah, he's working in China. But anyway, I remember him and also Dharma Master Heng Chao in the old time. Now he's a Mahdi. They both got so sick because they forgot to recite the Shurangama mantra that day. And then after they ate, and then they got so sick. And because Shifu warned them, you know, that in the Southeast Asia country, don't forget to recite the Shurangama mantra every day. So then you will not be getting the voodoo spell, or you will not be harmed by any black magic spells. So anyway, they were the only two that forgot to do it that morning, that day. Anyway, that's what I remember. I heard the story about it, but then how true or that I don't know. Only Shifu knows. So no, he's not Heng Tong. He's Guo Tong. Guo Tong. Yeah, he never left home. He was a Sami, but he never took the precept. He was too young. Shifu wanted that after he became an adult, before he decide whether he would leave home or not. Yeah. I think when he met Shifu, he was only around 3 or 4 years old. Yeah. And then he follows Shifu all the time. Guo Tong. Yeah. Okay. Any more questions before we go to the next slide? Okay. Next, please. Okay. This tells you what's good to recite the Shurangama mantra. Okay. It says, 若有一人念楞严咒，妖魔鬼怪不敢出来。Okay. 兴风作浪，危害世人。七生之中都有大势力，七生之中作员外。Okay. That means it tells you what are the benefits to recite Shurangama mantra. Okay. 能言咒，若有一人念能言咒 if just one person recites this Shurangama mantra, 妖魔鬼怪不敢出来. All the demons and ghosts would not dare to come out. 兴风作浪, and they will not be able to stir up the wind and raise the waves. This is a direct translation of the Chinese characters. But the meaning, the true meaning, is just that they will not be able to make any trouble. That is 兴风作浪. 危害世人 is to harm people. 七生之中都有大势力，没有贫穷、困苦、灾难等。That means within the 7 lifetimes, you will be free of poverty, difficulty, and disasters. This is the benefit of recite Shurangama's mantra. Other than these, you also 七生之中作员外. You will be very wealthy in 7 lifetimes. So, better recite Shurangama mantra if you want to become a wealthy person. But of course, being a Buddhist, we don't want just to be wealthy, right? You will know why later on. Okay. Any questions before we learn the Chinese? That is set in the sutra, so I don't know why it's 7 lifetimes, but maybe that's the strength of reciting the Shurangama mantra will give you 7 lifetimes of these kind of benefits. I don't know why it's just 7 lifetimes. Yes. Every day. We hope so. If they are, recitation sometimes depends on whether you have the sincerity, you're mindfully reciting, and also you are reciting for yourself or you're reciting to transfer the merit, right? So it's not just because they are reciting and then the world will be safe, but if they don't recite it with sincerity, if they don't recite it mindfully, they may just recite it with the words, don't even know what they are doing, and that doesn't count. Well, that's why I just said, it depends on, when you're reciting, whether you have the will to wish the others are okay. Okay. But you don't, like I was just explaining to her, that like CTTB, they recite it every day. That's what she just asked. True, they recite it every day. But how many of them just recite it with the words or just by mouth. And don't recite it with sincerity and don't recite it mindfully. When we talk about even just one person recite the Shurangama mantra, we talk about that person recite the mantra with sincerity, with the willpower also, and also recite it mindfully, to hope that this mantra's, the power of this mantra will benefit all the others. That's what one person recite the Shurangama mantra. It's not just you recite it just word only. Some people recite no matter mantra or sutra, they just recite it word only. No meaning to them, right? Well, I don't know about that, but then I think, depends on your ability. Yeah, that's right. That's why it says it will increase. Remember the other slide, the previous slides, it says it will increase your ability. Okay? If your ability is great enough, then it will affect a lot more people. Right? But if you don't have that ability, probably it only affects yourself instead of all the others. That's why we need to cultivate. Okay, any more questions? If no more question, please read the Chinese. 楞严咒，若有一人念楞严咒，妖魔鬼怪不敢出来。兴风作浪，危害世人。七生之中都有大势力，没有贫穷、困苦、灾难等。七生之众，作员外。Okay, in the video, they translate 员外 is a millionaires, but in the old time, as long as you're a wealthy person, that is already a 员外. That means you have you're so wealthy, you have servants, you have all the necessities, you have all kind of things. So that is called 员外. Okay, please read the Chinese one more time. 楞严咒，若有一人念楞严咒，妖魔鬼怪不敢出来。兴风作浪，危害世人。七生之中都有大势力，没有贫穷、困苦、灾难等。七生之众，作员外。Okay. Next one, please. Okay, in the video, Sifu said that we don't want to be wealthy because it says 贫穷布施难，富贵学道难. The poor have a hard time to give, and the rich have a hard time to cultivate. Okay, that's why you don't want to be just wealthy. 连不贪、不求、不争、不自私、不自利、不妄语. This look familiar, right? What is this? Our 6 principles. 平时的地方用功夫. 平时 that means ordinary, or you can say every day, daily. Okay, that is 平时的地方用功夫. 真正佛法 true Buddha Dharma, or the right Buddha Dharma understandings. 玄妙 is mysterious or mystery. 实用 is practical or pragmatic. 烦恼 afflictions. Any of you have 烦恼?烦恼 every day. You have lots of 烦恼, huh? Well, recite the Buddha's name. Get rid of your 烦恼. Meditate to get rid of your 烦恼. Okay. Let's read the Chinese. 能言咒. 贫穷布施难，富贵学道难。不贪，不求，不争，不自私，不自利，不妄语。平时的地方用功夫，真正佛法玄妙，实用，烦恼。Okay, one more time. 能言咒，贫穷布施难，富贵学道难。不贪，不求，不争，不自私，不自利，不妄语。平时的地方用功夫，功夫。真正佛法玄妙，实用，烦恼。Okay, you read it for me. 能言咒，不贪，不是不甜。不妄语，用功夫， 玄妙，实用，烦恼。实用，实 that's a with the H. Okay. 实用，用。自利 and 自利 without the H. 自私，自利。Okay, any questions? Why is 贫穷布施难? The first one. The poor have a hard time to give. Why? No, not necessary. I don't know, have you ever heard of one lady in Taiwan? I don't know, you read that news? No, there's one lady in Taiwan. She sells just vegetables daily. She donated all her money. She's very poor. She's not wealthy at all. But whatever she made, she donated to all charities. And then, not just one time, but years after years. So finally, she got somebody recognized her, and also she got recognized by the president of Taiwan, and also recognized it by U.S. I think they sent her to U.S. to receive the award for her good deeds. But, you know, being poor is not just because you have no financial ability, then you cannot give. But also depends on your heart, right? You have that big heart to give. And also Buddha have said, you know, if you're poor and you just donate even 1 cent or give 1 cent to the Buddha, and that benefit of giving is much greater than the wealthy person to give 1 million, right? So poor people having a hard time to give is because they feel that, you know, this is enough for me. I cannot give anymore. Yeah. So that's why the poor people will have a hard time in giving. And the rich people, because they have so much, they want to enjoy their life with their wealth. And so it's also very hard for the wealthy people to cultivate, because they feel they don't have time to cultivate. They only want to go out and enjoy their lives. And they only want to go out to have fun, right? That's why in the ancient time, the people have said this, the wise people have said this, 贫穷布施难，富贵学道难. Okay? 不贪不求不争不自私不自利不妄语. You should know about this. This is our 6 principles that Shi Fu made. Okay? 不贪 is very hard to do, right? It's hard to not to be greedy. You know, when you see something good to eat, oh, you say, wow, this is very good to eat. That's greedy. And you want to eat the good things. Actually, to follow this sixth principle is very hard to do. It sounds so easy, but it's very hard to do. But once you can do it, then you will get very great benefits. And Shifu said, when we recite the Shurangama mantra, we don't have to be purposely to ask for the benefit. We should just do it 平时的地方用功夫, just ordinary doing it. We just do it as in the ordinary aspect. Then we will be able to get the benefit. That is called 平时的地方用功夫。真正佛法 Shurangama Sutra tells us the 真正佛法, the true Buddha Dharma, or we can say it's the right Buddha Dharma teachings, or the right Buddha Dharma understandings. 真正佛法. And the Shurangama mantra is very 玄妙, it's very mysterious, but also very 实用, practical. And then it will help us to get rid of our afflictions, our 烦恼. So you should recite the Shurangama mantra. Does anybody know how to practice in recitation of the Shurangama mantra? How many times you recite every day? Okay, the best way is to recite the whole mantra in the morning one time, and then recite 108 times of the heart mantra during the day or in the evening. That's what CTTB is doing. Yeah, recite in the morning one time the Shurangama mantra, and recite the heart mantra in 108 times in the evening. Remember? If you join CTTB for some of these services, you will know that. Okay. And do you all know how to recite the heart mantra? I mean the Shurangama heart mantra. You always, okay, that's good. Well, because that I was taught by Shifu that whenever we go travel, especially, we should recite mantras. Doesn't matter it's the Shurangama mantra or the Great Compassion mantra. Okay, all right, and next slide, please. Sure. Okay. 平时 any daily, or you could say daily, or in the ordinary aspects, okay? No. Kung Fu means not karate or not that kind of Kung Fu. Well, it's different. This has no action. Well, this has action too, but it's not the fighting actions. That means, to cultivate in action. Yes. That's right. It's the cultivating action, not the karate type of Kung Fu or the Shaolin Kung Fu. Well, in Chinese, Kung Fu means your action, okay? It's not necessary is the fighting or or any other type of action. Okay, action means you do things. Okay, that is also Kung Fu. And also, if you do it every day vigorously, it's Kung Fu. So your cultivation, also if you're vigorously cultivating, then that is Kung Fu. Okay. You know how Shaolin Kung Fu came about? Also by the Buddhists. This is true. From Damo, okay. What's the Sanskrit? Damo. I can't think of the Sanskrit now. Huh? Yeah, Bodhidharma. That's right. Yeah. When he came to China from India, and he went up to Songshan, Song Mountain. That's where Shaolin Temple is at. Even nowadays, it's still right there. And I went there also. And they still have the cave that Bodhidharma cultivated when he first went there. And after he went there, he saw all the Chinese monks are so weak. And so that's why he taught them how to practice the Kung Fu, using some kind of exercise that he developed, and then taught them to practice. And so to build up their health, to build up their body. That's how Shaolin Kung Fu came about from Bodhidharma. Okay, if you go to Henan, the Shaolin Temple, you still be able to. They have one big stone. They said that is the shadow of Bodhidharma because he cultivated there for 9 years, right? Yeah, I think that's 9 years. And then, because he cultivated over there, and then the shadow of his body imprinted on the stone. That's what it was told. That's what I was told, anyway. So I did see that stone imprints, but it's not very clear. You'll be able to see a little bit of the imprints. But anyway, the cave that he was cultivated in the old time, it was still there. Okay, this is about Kung Fu. Kung Fu, yeah. Same thing. Same thing. Same pronunciation. Kung Fu. Kung Fu actually is action. Mm-hmm. Okay, any more questions? If not, we go to the next slide. Okay, this is the last one, but then actually there's one more I added this morning. Yeah, so you probably didn't have it. YC did put it in the computer already. Yeah. I added this morning, I forgot to show you guys that the verses that Shifu made for the Shurangama mantra, 400, I think it's 442 or 400 something, anyway, almost 500. So I'm just giving you some of the links for Neng Yan Zhou. Okay, the Shurangama mantra that was recited with Shifu's voice, you can open that link and see it and listen to it. A lot of the people in China, that's how they learn the Shurangama mantra, from this video that recited by our Shifu, Hsuan Hua, okay, and with his voice. Okay, and then also the Heart Sutra. Okay, you said you recite the Heart Sutra every day, so you recite it for me. Let me see if you did it right or wrong. The Shurangama Heart Sutra. Kai and Mai, you want to recite it? Mm. No, 多知托安 yeah. 无菌，嘟噜松笨。Okay. Well, your sound is a little bit off, but anyway, here's another link. It's about the Shurangama Heart Sutra. Okay, this is recited by CTTB. And so you can open it and listen to it. And they also have the words on the screen, you know, the whole Heart Sutra. Okay, and also the last one is the Shurangama mantra, but with the part of the sutra before the mantra. I really like that part of the sutra because it's so touching. You know, all the words that says about this Shurangama mantra is very touching. So when I recite the Shurangama mantra, I always like to recite that part of the sutra to remind myself how great the Shurangama mantra is. So this is the link for that. And if you have time at home, and you can open it and listen to it or watch. You know, it's very, very good. They also have the whole mantra and part of the sutra. And this is also recited by CTTB Sangha. Okay, and the sound is very good. Yeah, sure. Yeah, why don't you? Third one. Yeah, you can show part of it. Oh, before. No, this is only the mantra. Start from the beginning with the part of the sutra. This is, no, that's the Heart Sutra. No. Oh, this one, it's not start from the beginning. Maybe you have to move it, start from the beginning. That's the beginning. No, this, it should have part of the sutra. Oh, okay, already, yeah, right there. It's already. You have to go back. 南无能言回向佛菩萨. Yeah. 妙瞻总持不动专. That is part of the sutra. Yeah, start from the beginning. Okay. Sutra. That's part of the sutra before the mantra. This is the mantra, okay? Before the mantra, that is part of the sutra. And if you listen to the explanation of the sutra, Shurangama Sutra, you will see that part of the sutra before the mantra. Okay, all this is in the Shurangama Sutra. Okay, and from here on is the mantra. Okay, we can show you the heart mantra, the second one. Okay, if you want to learn the Shurangama mantra, if you think it's so hard to learn, maybe you can learn the Shurangama heart sutra, heart mantra first. Okay, this is the heart mantra. That's all there is. Okay, and okay, so 多字头。 this is the Shurangama heart mantra. Okay, so it's just a few verse. So you can try to recite it every day. If possible, recite it 108 times. If not, at least, recite 7 times or 21 times or 49 times, whatever. Okay? And, this is all in Sanskrit, but actually it also have meaning. For instance, this heart mantra, even just the first, third and fourth, two phrase already means that when you recite this mantra, it will penetrate. The first one, Alali, is up to the top and down to the earth. And also, 遍十方, 毗舍提 is 横遍十方, going horizontally, okay, all directions, okay. So that means when you recite this mantra, the power of this mantra will penetrate all directions, okay. Ololi piseti, that's what it means. Okay. And if you want to really learn about this mantra, that's what we said previously in our slides. It tells you that what kind of benefit you will get. Of course, we don't try to get to recite the mantra because we want to receive the benefit. We should not have that kind of thinking. But that's why it says 平时用的功夫, that is why we said we just recite it with our ordinary ways. We don't put any thought of asking for any benefit, and yet it will give you the benefit. Okay? And this is the Shurangama heart mantra. Okay, we have one more slide, right? Oh, you want to listen to Shifu's recitation? That's the first one, the first link. That is with Shifu's voice.
他但说不解多耶厄拉合力三藐三菩陀解。南无萨旦佛佛陀地智三一丹。南无萨婆佛陀佛利萨多悉地。
Okay, this is the first 3 sentences. That's good. Mm-hmm. The first 3 sentences is about the Buddha, Sangha, and Dhamma. Okay, so this is the last one, and that's the one that you have not printed out because I added early this morning. Because when I got up and do my Shurangama mantra, and then I thought of Shifu's made a lot of verses for the whole mantra. The Shurangama mantra, 400 some of it, And this verse, especially with 8 phrases or 8 verses, is in the beginning of telling everybody how good this Shurangama mantra is. So that's why I thought I want to share it with you. And then Shifu also make a verse for each phrase of the mantra. So he wrote almost 450 of them, each one. If you receive the Vajrabodhasi every period in the past, or is it a monthly journal, right? Every journal in the past, they will have one of the verses about the Shurangama mantra in both Sanskrit and Chinese and English. So you will see that in all the previous journals. Okay, this is the one that I did not translate it because this is pretty hard for me to translate, especially in a short time. So, but then I would explain a little bit about the meaning of this. Okay, this was written by our Shifu, the Venerable Master Hsuan Hua. Okay, the first phrase said, 究竟坚固定中王. That means this Shurangama mantra is very complete and very solid, is the king of the samadhi. Ding, okay, Ding Zhong Wang is the king of the samadhi. 直心修学智道场. If we cultivate it with a straight mind, we will reach the way place. 身口意业须清净. Our body, our mouth, and our mind has to be purified. 贪嗔痴念要扫光. We should get rid of our tan, our greedy, our chen, our that means our bad tempers, and our chi, our stupidity. We have to get rid of all these 贪嗔痴. 诚则感应或现证. If we recite it with sincerity, we will get response immediately. 现证, right away. 专能成就大神通. If we recite it mindfully, we will receive the great spiritual power. 有得御师灵妙具. Only those people have virtue will be able to meet this Shurangama mantra. 妙具, that means this wonderful sentence. 时刻莫忘少龙唱. 时刻莫忘少龙唱. Every little tiny minute or every little time that we should not forget to recite the Shurangama mantra. Then this world will be prosperous, will be very good. That's 少龙唱. Okay, I read it one more time. 能言咒寄颂. 寄 is like a poem, okay, or like when people make a poetry. Except in Buddhist term, we call it ji. Ji is almost like a poem, okay. Because sometimes the phonetic sound may not match with each phrase. Because in a poem, when you do poetry, every certain area you have to match that phonetic sound, right? So, but ji is not necessary match. So that's why it's called ji. Okay. Hsuan Hua Sangren Zuo, that was written by our Venerable Master, Hsuan Hua. Okay. 究竟坚固定中王，直心修学至道场，身口意业须清净，贪嗔痴念要少光，诚则感应或现证，专能成就大神通。有得遇思灵妙句，时刻莫忘少龙昌。Okay? Any question? Okay, I try. So this is all talk about Shurangama mantra. Okay, so after this is the beginning of the verses that Shifu made. Okay, after this one, then each one phrase of the mantra, Shifu make a verse to describe that the meaning of that phrase. So this is very. I haven't seen anybody did something like this, like our Shifu, except in the late Ming and early Qing dynasty. There's one Dharma master. It's called Xu Fa, Dharma master Xu Fa, and he did it. He explained the meaning of the Shurangama mantra, but he did not make the verse for each phrase, except our Shifu. So you can tell how knowledgeable of our Shifu and how talented that he was. Right? Yeah, there's almost 450 of them. So since we talk about Shurangama mantra, that's why early this morning I thought of that I should include this other than the video, because this, just from this 8 phrases or 8 verses, you already be able to tell. If you understand the Chinese, you already be able to tell. Shifu made these 8 phrases to describe how great this Shurangama mantra is. Okay. So, any more questions before I tell you a story? Oh yeah? Oh, I haven't seen that one. Oh yeah? Oh, okay. Did you include it in here? Yeah, why don't you? Oh, yes, Vietnamese. I only know a few sentences of Vietnamese. Yeah, I listened to some of these, but then I still found that the sound of CTTB reciting the Shurangama mantra is still the best. They have it in, you mean to recite the Shurangama mantra? No, because this is Sanskrit. Yeah, So they do have the English, well, it's the phonetic pronunciation in English, but not characters. Yeah, because Sanskrit, we also, even like the Chinese, is only the phonetic sound of the Sanskrit. It's not really Chinese. Yeah. So they do have one video, also by CTTB too. They just show the phonetic sound in English without the Chinese. This one also, huh? Oh, good. Oh, this one has our language, but this is only the heart mantra, but not the whole mantra. Whole mantra too? Yeah, this is just the heart. I'm talking about the whole mantra. Yeah. Oh. See, only like to praise the Buddha. Then there is English. Did you see it a little while ago? Yeah. See, but like this is all Sanskrit. Yeah. We just translated the phonetic sound into Chinese. See, like even in English, it's only the phonetic sound of Vietnamese. Yeah. See, in Sanskrit mantra, we always try to remain it into Sanskrit. The reason for it, because one phrase, it may have so many different meanings. That's why we do not translate it. This is the old standard for the translation in the old time during the after Buddha passed away, went into nirvana, and that's the standard of translation. That's why you will see a lot of Sanskrits, but then it's only the phonetic sound that we translate, but not the meaning. Because just one, say for instance, an, nan, it already have so many different meaning. It can mean like just a sound of the recitation, or it can also mean something else. It has so many meanings. That's why they do not translate. That's right. That's right. Yeah. But even in Sanskrit, they will tell you different type of meaning, different kind of meaning. Like for instance, Shifu did explain about the mantra, the meaning of the mantra. Okay, each phrase of that phrase, the meaning of that phrase. Shifu did. It's a really thick book, and they stopped printing now. They did publish it long time ago. Oh, maybe probably more than 10 years ago or 15 years ago. I don't know. But anyway, they have not republished that book. And that book, like I said, other than the Qing dynasty, that Dhamma Master Xu Fa had explained the meaning of the mantra, every phrase of the mantra, then our Shifu also explained it, every phrase of the mantra. And other than that, he also added one more thing, one more task is to write ji, write one of the verse to explain the mantra, the phrase of the mantra. So you either go back to the Sanskrit, or you can find the book. Actually, that if you have the Ceba, right? The is that, yeah, CEBA, right? That the Canyon, the Chinese Canyon, that put it in digital use? C beta, yes. That you can look it up from that too, because because it's the Canon, and they do have that information also about or you can even go online, go into the internet to look for 续法法师. 续 is 继续的续, you know. 续法法师. You look it up online, especially in the Chinese internet, Baidu, you know. You will find him, and then they will tell you about his writing on Shurangama mantra, you know, the explanation of Shurangama mantra. As a matter of fact, our Shifu, when he explained the Shurangama mantra, he also based on that Dhamma Master Shifa's writings also, except he added more explanation. Yeah. You can look it up in the internet to find that Shifa Fa Shi. I don't know you can find our Shifu's explanation or not. You may be, you know, if you really look for it, you know. But I know in the Canon hasn't had it yet. But yeah, but the C beta, I think Shifa Fa Shi, that one has it in that C beta. Yeah. True. True.
Who does the translation into English? Is there a committee?
Yes.
There's a process.
We do have a committee. Yeah, we have we call it a Buddhist text translation committee. Yes, BTTA, yeah, BTTS. I mean, yeah. We have it in English department and the Chinese department. Now we just established a Korean one. Yeah, because we just published the Korean, the Shurangama mantra in Korean language. So if you want to understand more about Shurangama Sutra, mantra, I don't think they did the translation for the explanation. But for the whole sutra, they did it in English translation. And also one of Shifu's disciple, Dhamma Master Heng So, and he also did a very good translation of the Shurangama Sutra. He's in Seattle, and his book is you also can read it. He tried to put it in digital file that everybody can access to it, you know, and free to be able to read it. I don't know about the Shurangama Sutra. He did it or not. Free for the digital file. But then, if you want to read it in English, you can go on the BTTS online and try to find it. And I think the DRBA, there's one more, it's a CTTB. They have so many websites, you know, sometimes I get so confused. They should, try to simplify it. Has that one too, right? The CTTB. I think it's called CTTB USA. Yeah, that one. Well, see, this is how we do our translation. We have a group of people translate first, and then we have to have a group. We also have a group of people to edit it, and then after that, we also have a group of people to certify it before we publish it. Okay, but of course, there you may still be able to find some mistakes or some errors because we're human beings. Sometimes, even like, for instance, Yuan Lin told me that he found a little mistake that I did today, right? In my lesson. I mean, the misspelling or, typo errors, you may still find it. And then even sometimes, like, for instance, I tried to publish the bilingual Shurangama Sutra. What I meant bilingual is Chinese and English in China. And even our English translation is by the Native Americans. Like, for instance, Dhamma Master Shu and Dhamma, and also David Rounds and Ron Epstein. They are Native Americans, but still, because the way they understand the Chinese compared to what I understand the Chinese meaning is different, okay? And I still will be able to find the way they translate it. It's not really completely the same as what I understand in Chinese. So then, in that case, then we will discuss, what Sifu meant when he explained it. It's not just the Shurangama Sutra, but all other sutras. That's how we do it. Okay. Same thing like now there is a Avatamsaka translation meeting every Monday morning, right? Yeah. And then we have people give their inputs from all over the world, even people from China, from France, from other European country. We want to take the best. Okay, this is how we translate. And true, maybe way back in the early 60s or not early 60s, mid 60s or late 60s or early 70s, we also had some English translation. But then, after maybe 10, 20 years later, we found this is not right. So we redo it again. This is how we do our translation. We try to improve our translation down to the real meaning, the true meaning that we can understand about the Buddha's teaching. It's not just Sifu's explanation. Okay? It's not that we doubt Sifu's explanation, but maybe at that time we don't really understand. So we now we have a lot more knowledgeable people and a lot more high educated people. They are involved into the translation. So we will polish our words and also maybe the meaning to be more profound and more deeper meanings of what we can understand. So we are trying our best. Mm-hmm. Probably so. Mm. I know. Yes, yes. Mm-hmm. I can understand what you, yes. Mm. Mm-hmm. That's good. Yes, that's right. In the beginning, especially in the earlier time, see, when we can understand it and translate it into English, it's hard, very hard, especially some of the Native American disciples, they do not understand that much of Buddhism, So but they try their best, and also they do not understand that much in Chinese either. That's right. True. That's right. Yes, yes. Especially in Chinese. Like, for instance, Shifu's verses, it's hard to translate. I mean, you have to really understand, because one character can mean many things, right? See, for instance, the eight verses, the eight phrases of that verse that I show you in the last slide, there's one character. For a lot of Americans, they may not understand what that character means. 于是, I don't know, you can go back to Yuanning. Would you please go back to the last slide? I'll show you. Okay, the second to the last, 有的御师灵妙句, 师, okay. A lot of people may not understand what that means, 御师. Okay, but actually in this sentence, 师, it means the Shurangama mantra. Okay, 灵妙句, 灵妙句 is the wonderful phrase. Okay, the wonderful sentence. Okay, 御师, this 师, it means it in English it means it. Okay, it could, but then the actual character 师, it can mean other things. It can mean a person. It can mean a thing. Okay, so sometimes, especially in the earlier time, it's hard for a lot of the Native Americans to understand the actual meaning of the Chinese and then translate it into English. And that's how you find some of the translation. You may wonder, whether that is actually what Shifu said. That's why I try my best to publish it in bilingual, because for people that understand Chinese, or even for people that learning Chinese, then they will see the actual meaning of what Shifu tried to explain it to us. So that's how it is. But we do have a group of people and all volunteers, that help into doing the translations. And if you're interested, you could also join us too. You could go on Skype, every Monday morning. Well, the time may change sometimes. Sometimes it's 6 to 8. Sometimes, sometimes it depends on the schedule in CTTB. Yeah, you can go on Skype and to join in, or listen to. It's really wonderful that we have so many people interested in helping the translation. Right now is about Avatamsaka Sutra, because we try to translate that into English. We did have it before, but then it's not really that good, so that's why they have to redo it again. Same thing like Shurangama Sutra. The English translation already now is, I think, is in the third edition to re-polish the translation again. We want to get more understanding of what Shifu said into the translation. So we're trying our best to do it all the time, actually. Yes, yes. Well, that's what we should do. But in the English edition, the latest one, not the another new one, the one that already published in 2009, that one is not all the commentaries, because even the English translation of Shurangama Sutra is this thick. So they did have a lot of footnotes, and also they did put in the excerpts of the commentaries, Shifu's commentaries, you know. But because this is for the American market, and if the book is too thick, you know, nobody's gonna buy. Even this thick, I doubt you know, that many people want to buy. But anyway, that is a pretty good translation. Yeah. $554? Oh, I don't know. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. But anyway, you know, so I know Shifu make one verse for each phrase. Okay, so go back to your. Did you finish? The other one, the other slide. The one that you said have English, Chinese, Vietnamese. Mm. Yeah. Mm. Mm-hmm. 三皈依. Okay, you can leave the 三皈依 on because we're gonna do it later. I don't know. Do you already memorize that 三皈依? No. This is what we do at the end of the session. This lesson, anyway. Oh yes. Before you go on leave the 三皈依. Okay. Okay, let's watch the video one more time. Okay, this is also the Shurangama mantra with the H. And I do it without the H.
楞严咒啊，
way of
它是
spelling.
降伏天魔，制诸外道，一个最有功力的一个咒文。在这个咒文里头啊，这个楞严咒也是一个最长的。这一个楞严咒啊，在佛教里有个名词叫楞半年，就是天天念呢，天天念，都要念半年呢才能背得出。那么念楞严咒有什么好处呢？念楞严咒啊，是增加你的智慧，增加你的善根，增加你的福慧，增加你的这种力量。楞严咒，它既然是降伏天魔、制诸外道，也是一个破这个蛊毒啊一个最好的咒。因为恶男呢，当初遇到黄法外道、魔当怯女，用这个仙梵天咒啊来把他的本性都迷了。那么 佛赐文殊菩萨用这个楞严咒去又把它救回来，救回来。所以这个楞严咒啊，你就一般世区人所谓杠头啊，这能破这个杠头这个法门，在南洋一带都有落杠头啊，这是一般人都知道的。你要常念楞严咒啊，这个杠头那个法啊，就没有功效了，可是你要会用的，世间呢，有人念楞严咒，有一个人念楞严咒，这些个妖魔鬼怪呀，他不敢公然呢出现于世。要等一个人都没有人念楞严咒了，这个满世间呢，这个妖魔鬼怪都要出来了，都要兴风作浪来危害世人了。所以嘛，每一个人呢要努力学习楞严咒。这楞严咒，你能念楞严咒不管他的成就怎么样，你会背楞严咒，在7生之中都是有大势力的。7生之中都是没有贫穷困苦一切的灾难呢都没有。所以又有人说读楞严咒7世日都可以做这个做这个员外就是富翁。我们在佛教里当然呢不要希望做富翁，因为富贵小道难。你一到有富贵的在你的身边了，你就不容易修行了。所以说贫穷不是难，富贵小道难。我们要是真想要为佛教做事情，而为自己修道不要贪求富贵，不要争，不要贪，不要有所求，不要自私，不要自利，也不要大妄语。这么样子呢在这个很平时的地方来用功夫，就是真正的佛法。真正的佛法不是怎么样玄妙，就是怎么样实用。你一天没有烦恼，那就是佛法对你的好处祝各位晚安。
Okay, so好处 yes no 好处 benefit good things. Okay, all right, let's do our transference, the 三皈依. I know I will do it, but we let them follow because some of them don't know.
自